I'm not happy. Again. Why am I here making this video? Well, I was once again wrongly accused by YouTube and am once again demonetized. Now, you're probably thinking, Ian, when were you demonetized the first time? Well, I didn't necessarily make a video on this. I just made a few community posts talking about it because I didn't feel the need to make a video. But now that this has happened a second time, I need to make a video and address this problem. The first time I was demonetized was back in November of 2024. And the policy that I had supposedly broken was the reused content policy. If you don't know, the reused content policy, I think, the reused content policy is enacted into YouTube. So if you re-upload your video or someone else's video on your channel multiple times with the same title and thumbnail, and basically the same video description, the same everything multiple times, that is considered reused content. If you take someone else's video and put it on your channel without any editorial changes, it also counts as reused content. If I go to the YouTube Studio app, I can go to the revenue section where this specific policy detail page showed up. Now, they also gave me a list of do's and don'ts of what are allowed and what's not allowed to be monetized through this used content policy. My channel fell along the lines of things that are okay to be monetized on YouTube. So basically, after I sent in an appeal video, they looked it over and thought it wasn't original and everything I was doing, even in the editorial video, was fake and not mine. And because of that, I was then punished for 90 days to be unmonetized, meaning that I wasn't going to be gaining any revenue from the months of the rest of November all the way to February. Fast forward 3 months later, and we are in February of 2025. I am allowed to reapply for monetization on YouTube. I reapply, I wait for an email to come in. A couple days later, I get an email, and look at that, whoop-de-doo, we're back to being monetized. We did it, everybody. And I think everything is perfectly fine. Everything's okay. 6 months later, we're back in the same issue again. But what do I mean by same issue? Well, I mean that I am demonetized, but the reason that I am being demonetized is even more ridiculous than the last one. As of 2 days ago, I was demonetized for, and I quote, harmful content involving minors. Let's break down that phrase, shall we? Involving someone is in something. So let's say I was involved in a production, meaning that I was a part of the production process. Involving minors, meaning that minors would have to have been involved in the video. Now, you're probably thinking, what could you have done? What kind of video could you have made that set this off? I didn't make a video that harmed minors. I didn't make a video sexualizing minors. I didn't make a single video that had any negative or unwanted attention towards minors. One thing I thought that could have set this off was the first 3 years of my channel. I was 15 years old when I started this channel, and now I'm 22. The first 3 years, I was still technically considered a minor when I was making these videos. So if you're counting that as minor, but that's me, one, that doesn't make any sense. Now, I've read the child safety policy page on YouTube, and I'm even gonna pull it up real quick so I can actually read it to you what it specifically says. Okay, so here's the child safety policy page on YouTube Help, right? Okay. Content that targets young minors and families but contains sexual themes, violence, obscene, or other mature themes not suitable for young audiences is not allowed on YouTube. Now, this is also in addition to your titles, descriptions, and tags to ensure your audience selection matches the audience your content is suitable for. Basically, what I'm getting from this is that any specific kind of content that is targeted towards young minors and families, meaning that your videos are made for kids and targeted towards a younger audience, which my videos are not. My videos have never been made for kids. They've never been targeted towards younger audiences. All of my videos are not made for kids and targeted towards adults. YouTube doesn't allow content that endangers the emotional and physical well-being of minors. A minor is someone under the age of 18. What this policy means for you. If you're posting content, don't post content on YouTube if it fits any of this description below. Sexualization of minors. sexually explicit content featuring minors and content that sexually exploits minors, including minor nudity posted with comedic intent. We report content containing child sexual abuse imagery to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, who work with global law enforcement agencies. And honestly, I think that's a great thing. That is a perfectly valid, honest to God response to this problem. To anyone that actually does this out there, you are scum of the earth. Harmful or dangerous acts involving minors. Content showing a minor participating in dangerous activities or encouraging minors to do dangerous activities, particularly if someone watching could imitate the dangerous act or if the content encourages or praises the dangerous act. Never put minors in harmful situations that may lead to injury, including dangerous stunts, challenges, dares, or pranks. Dangerous acts include, but are not limited to, any act in the categories listed under extremely dangerous challenges, such as asphyxiation or electroduction, which I'm assuming is electrification when someone is getting tased. Examples include content that shows minors drinking alcohol, using vaporizers, e-cigarettes, tobacco, or marijuana, misusing fireworks, using firearms unsupervised, inflicting or advocating for the infliction of physical, sexual, or emotional maltreatment or neglect of a child, including infliction emotional distress on minors. Content that contains infliction of physical, sexual, or emotional abuse of a child within an educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic context with blurring may receive an exception. Content that could cause minor participants or viewers emotional distress, including exposing minors to mature themes, simulating parental abuse, coercing minors, and violence. Now, misleading family content. Content that targets young minors and families but contains sexual themes, violence, obscenity, or other mature themes not suitable for young audiences, medical procedures, self-harm, use of adult horror characters, other inappropriate themes intended to shock young audiences, content that targets young minors and families with age-inappropriate themes within an educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic context may receive an exception. This is not a pass to target young minors and families with mature themes intended to shock young audiences. And eventually it goes on to talk about family-friendly cartoons that have specific adult themes. This doesn't mean it's a strike on my channel. It's not a strike, it's just a demonetization. And I can continue to make videos and upload videos, but I just won't make any money off it. Now, granted, one of the things that I saw on this website, what happens if your content violates this policy? If your content violates this policy, we will remove the content and send you an email to let you know. Not a single video was deleted from my channel, and I've gotten no email about a specific video being deleted. There wasn't a video that got demonetized. It was the whole channel. You're probably wondering, if you're new to this channel and you found this channel a couple days ago or last week, my channel is a gaming channel. I play video games, I have fun, I make funny jokes. I also make TV show and movie trailer breakdowns talking about the specific trailer or show that I'm interested in or that majority of people are interested in to try and build up some of the hype. I also tell story content where I try to make my own stories and read them to you guys with a visual aid to try and help make it more immersive. All of this has nothing to do with my content in any way. And if you specifically understand what I'm reading, they are specifically saying that minors are involved in these videos and they are involved in content. Now, of course, this doesn't apply to me. I've never had minors in my video, and I've never or will ever harm a minor. I have been contacting YouTube creator support, which I gotta say, YouTube creator support sucks because you think they're there to help you? They're only there to make sure that you have a form of emotional support. They're not there to actually fix your problem. If you have a problem that needs to be addressed, they won't fix it for you. They're not there to do that. Here's one specific email that I got. At 3 a.m. this morning, I got an email. Our policy on harmful content involving minors is not limited to videos that physically show minors. It also applies to content that risks encouraging negative or unwanted attention towards minors, is created for the purpose of sexualizing a minor. That's just wrong. That's just wrong on so many levels. And shows content that is dangerous to minors. If minors are watching these videos, they should not be allowed to be on YouTube. For this reason, a channel can be found in violation of this policy even if it doesn't contain a minor. Okay, that is where I draw the line. That is where I draw the line because that is bullshit. You're telling me that I can be violating this policy of supposedly harmful content involving minors, and yet there's no minors in the video? That doesn't make any sense. The whole issue with YouTube is they do not communicate well. If you upload a video that is supposedly breaking their policies, they will not communicate with you and tell you, hey, this video has these specific issues and there are problems with it that we want you to fix. If you don't fix them, then we are going to take it down. That's how it should be done. If you don't have these problems fixed within a certain amount of time, we will take down your video and either give you a copyright strike or demonetization. What do they do instead? They basically don't give you a heads up at all, immediately demonetize your channel, and give you no evidence as to why you are demonetized. And because I asked them, can I have some evidence supporting this? Can I get some evidence as to why this happened? While I understand you want specific feedback and evidence, we cannot provide a video-by-video breakdown or a single exact reason for the violation. Exactly. You can't provide any evidence because you don't have any evidence. This is a false claim that was brought to me for no reason. As I continue reading, we see, we have this policy to protect the integrity of our enforcement system to prevent bad actors from circumventing them. What I'm getting from this is they don't want to give the creator who's in violation of a policy the evidence to why they were demonetized because they don't want them going around this problem in the future. Okay, YouTube, if you want your creators to actually stay on your platform and actually make a living off of it, you need to give them communication. You need to tell them what specifically they're doing wrong. YouTube, you cannot make an accusation about someone, demonetize their channel, and then refuse to give them any evidence as to why they thought of this. And I understand, I don't make enough money to actually live full-time off of doing YouTube. That's why I still have a job that I personally hate. I don't know why this happened to me. And again, I have read their child policy rule page 3 times. None of it applies to me. And I'm sorry. But if you can't give me a valid reason or a valid evidence of any claim you're stating against me, remove the damn demonetization. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is all creators on YouTube are not created equally. They are just not. They're not. They're not created equally because if they can just take away your ability to make money off of YouTube without giving you any evidence, without giving any type of feedback as to why this happened, and just by making a false claim and a false accusation, boom, gone. I have to take the punishment for something I didn't even do. That is where we are at on YouTube, folks. 2025, YouTube is now dead to me. Personally, I don't really care about YouTube anymore. I'm starting to get tired of it because they keep on demonetizing me for something that isn't even true. They keep making false accusations against me and this whole channel for something that isn't true. A bot probably reported my video for something, or someone reported my video for something that isn't even true. So this is why I'm making a video. I'm making a video to spread awareness about how YouTube is honestly not the greatest platform anymore. It really isn't, even though it is still one of the most highest viewed platforms in the world for streaming and watching videos. To make money off of and trying to become a creator, it's not that great. It's not that great. 1, lack of poor communication. 2, false accusations that, you know, they have no evidence on. They have no evidence to back it up their claims. And 3, they can't do anything about it. They can't reach out to me from a human. They have to use bots and AI chats to actually talk to you and actually email you to tell you that we can't do anything about it. Yeah, you can't do anything about it because you're not a human. If anyone at YouTube is actually watching this video and going through my case, have a human review it. I understand there's not enough manpower for every piece of content on the planet on YouTube to be watched by a person because it's just not physically possible. But at least have one person with at least some kind of brain on their head take a look at my channel and realize that none of my content is either targeted towards minors, is for minors, involves harming minors, or sexualizing minors. None of these apply to me. So what does this mean for me as a creator? Does it mean I'm gonna still try and make money off of YouTube and try to make scenes and videos on YouTube? There's a chance I'm actually considering making a brand new channel and starting it completely from scratch and possibly doing theory videos. I want to try and make some theory videos about certain video games or trailers or movies that are coming out pretty soon, or maybe about certain characters that we don't know about yet. That, I want to tell more stories. If you guys have seen my Better Life videos so far, I want to try and make more videos that are like that, where they are specifically gaming mixed with story, so it's me playing a game and me doing a voiceover. Basically, what YouTube is going to become is an outlet for me to post edited content. I still like editing. I still enjoy making videos. And if I can't be monetized on YouTube, I will probably stay unmonetized because they keep on taking away my ability to make money. Am I still going to be doing gaming content? In a way, yes, I'll probably still try to do a few gaming content here and there on the channel, but majority still some story elements. So what does that mean for the gaming part of me? Well, if I can't play video games on YouTube and I can't specifically make content that I want to make on YouTube because majority of it is gaming, there's only one place left to go that I can think of. And that's Twitch. That's right, folks. I am going to be heading over to Twitch soon. And I will probably be streaming video games over there. Any game that is like either a couple hours long, like Peak, I might play some games like that with my friends, or I'll play games that are like 10+ hours long on Twitch. This might be the shift I've needed in my streaming content creator like journey. Maybe I've needed to go and try streaming. Maybe I've needed to go and test it out. I've never really been a big fan of Twitch. I've never really been a big fan of streaming too much. If the only way I can potentially continue to make the content I want to make and still try to make at least some type of revenue off of it, Twitch might be my last bastion of hope. So for the next couple days, I will be probably learning about how Twitch works and pretty much how to actually get started on Twitch. And yes, once I get the whole Twitch channel set up, I will leave a link in the description of this video if you guys want to go check it out, or by the time of this video is made, hopefully there's a community post of it. If not, there will be. Same goes for my second channel that I'll probably make. Anyways, that is basically my whole experience with being demonetized. And it's not fun. They keep on demonetizing me for false claims and false accusations, and I'm starting to get tired of it. I can't take it anymore. I can continue to make more of these appeal messages to YouTube until the end of the month. So basically by the end of September is how long I have to try and get this thing fixed. Now, granted, even though I've already sent them an appeal, they're basically already saying this decision is finalized and cannot be reversed. And I call bullshit. That is not how that works. I don't believe it's that easy to just, boom, gone. I am going to get to the bottom of this. I am going to figure out why I was demonetized for a second time and for being falsely accused of having or involving minors in a harmful or sexualized way. I leave this video with a question. Why do I have to fight with YouTube so hard about my content? Why do I have to fight with the specific platform I'm making content on to give me evidence about why I'm supposedly breaking their policies? Why do I have to fight so hard to get a single straight fucking answer? It should not be this difficult. I should not have to put together a jigsaw puzzle to understand why I'm supposedly being accused of breaking a harmful minor policy. Can anyone tell me why this is happening? If any of you out there have experienced something like this, leave your story in the comment section down below to spread awareness of how YouTube does not treat their creators equally. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video and hopefully want to see more of me, click on this video. I think you might enjoy it because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on YouTube. And if you guys want to see me on Twitch, I'll see you over there. Anyways, I will see you in the next video. Peace. Oh.